Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, not too much, just a little bit, but it was some stuff I really wanted to pass on to you guys, so let's get to it. The very first thing I want to talk about is Augmented Imagination Studios. This is the company who I had previously kind of advertised their Velociraptor Blue bust. They will be releasing a very limited run of these Velociraptor busts, as they will be releasing 5 fiberglass and 10 silicone blues. So, a very, very small amount as far as the limited edition number goes, and they will actually be hoping to be releasing them around Christmas time or maybe into January. They will also have a very high quality mounting display that has not been finished quite yet. Once we have some fully painted images of what these Velociraptor busts look like, I will pass them on to you guys, but just looking at the sculpt currently, it is unbelievably beautiful. So if this is something that you would like to inquire further about purchasing, I will include a link in the description to their Instagram account where you can contact them on there, or you can contact me and I will contact them for you. And then as far as the Beast of the Mesozoic goes, we have a look at the Ceratopsian series Wave 2 prototypes that were just recently sent to David Silva, giving him an opportunity to check them out, make sure they are exactly what he is looking for in each of the prototypes, and they all look fantastic. Wave 1 of the Ceratopsian series is releasing right around the corner, I believe the beginning of next month, maybe till the middle of the month, somewhere around there. They should start to ship, so it is really cool to see that Wave 2 is already currently in production and should follow not too long after. As far as Passion Charger goes, they have fully finished their Terataphoneus finally, and you can see these images of it look incredible. Truly a work of art is this Terataphoneus, and there are so few kits or models out there of this species, so straight away it is incredibly awesome that Passion Charger has chosen to make one, but you can see that it comes kind of as a companion piece, so you can buy it separately, but of course it completes a diorama with the previous Mesozoica, the kind of charging through the water variation, and this comes just like the Mesozoica in 3 different sizes. You have 1/15th scale, which would be $220 with shipping included, the 1/20th scale, which would be $170 shipping included, and the 1/35th scale, which would be $110 shipping included. Again, sculpt-wise, this thing is fantastic, so definitely a kit that I am looking to get a hold of in the very near future review for you guys here on the channel. But if this is something as well that you guys are interested in purchasing, I will include a link in the description to Passion Charger on Facebook, or you can contact me once again and I will contact them for you. And then as far as Rebor goes, they gave us quite a few images of a variation of their Rebor oddities, Compsognathus dissection specimen, and they are releasing a Victorian Goth version with a worldwide limited edition number of 500. So definitely something, again, as far as limited editions go, if it's something you're interested in, you should probably pick it up pretty quickly because it could sell out fairly quickly. It could take a little while to sell out. You never really can tell, so it's probably best to get a hold of it as soon as it goes up for pre-order. I don't quite know when it will be going up for pre-order, but seeing these images of it again look extremely cool, and definitely something that I would like to get a hold of whenever it does officially release. I think I'm going more for the kind of Jurassic Park version, the greenish version, but regardless, it looks to be yet another fantastic release from Rebor. And then as far as Mesozoica goes, we had a look at our very first unveiling of a fully painted prototype of their upcoming vintage dinosaur line, and you can see this gorgeous looking Parasaurolophus. I really think that sculpt, as far as the Parasaurolophus goes, is as old school, as vintage as you're probably ever going to find, and the paint scheme as well, giving it those really nice dark, kind of dull looking colors, but including quite a few different variations of color. Overall, it looks perfect as far as that vintage Parasaurolophus look goes, and definitely has me super hyped for the release of this along with all of the others at some point, hopefully at the end of this year or the beginning of next year when we finally start to see some stuff. I think the Crystal Palace line would be coming first, but regardless, I'm really psyched to own anything from the Mesozoica line. And then as far as Galera Belinsky art, he is going to be releasing 2 new dinosaur models, one of which is an incredibly beautiful and very peaceful looking Parasaurolophus that you can see here. Again, as per usual when it comes to his models, It is sculpted to the max. The skin texture and detailing is incredible on this, as is just generally the overall appearance. I think it looks really beautiful in this very relaxed position. And then there is also a Saurophaganax, which looks incredible as well. Pretty much the same as anything released by Galera Belinsky that I've ever seen. He always releases just incredible work continuously. It's just always the type of work that when I see it, I'm instantly in awe at how much detail he manages to cram into his sculpts, but just generally how realistic they look. And both of these look fantastic. Two releases I'm really excited to see when the prototypes are officially painted. And just like with the previous models, if this is something you are interested in picking up, make sure you check the description, as I will have a link there to Galera Belinsky on Facebook, as well as you can contact me and I will contact them for you. And then as far as PNSO goes, we have had quite a few new figures unveiled over the last few days. One of the very first ones I want to show you guys is a really cool looking figure and a really cool and very underappreciated, I will say, species that I've seen get very few figures. And in fact, the only company that I've ever seen give it a figure was PNSO previously in mini form, but this is the Ectopodentatus. And look at the sculpt and detail on this, as well as the incredible looking paint scheme. This thing is so flashy but so unbelievably beautiful. This is a figure that was an instant purchase for me. Again, all of these figures, except for one actually, are already on Amazon on the PNSO store to purchase. Another of the figures that they have just recently unveiled would be an unbelievably beautiful Corythosaurus, and look at how fantastic looking this is. Again, there are so few Hadrosaurs out there. I am so psyched that PNSO has made quite a few recently, but this again could be potentially the best looking Corythosaurus that I've ever seen, which seems to be something that PNSO has been striving for lately, is overtaking every other version of each of the dinosaurs that they've released from every other company and just kind of making the ultimate version of each. We also have, and this is the final of the ones that have been recently unveiled, a Boreal Pelta, which is one that we were kind of expecting at this point, but I actually thought it was going to be a large vinyl version, and now apparently it's not. It's going to be a smaller, mid-sized figure from them, but again, a really beautiful figure, and I am quite psyched to see one released by PNSO, as previously I think Collect Day was the only one that had released one. Really nice looking figures on the part of PNSO, and they have quite a few more yet to release this year, so we are in for some very exciting new releases from PNSO in the next few weeks. And then as far as Eofauna goes, their newest figure that I believe will actually be releasing in early 2021, so we have a few months yet, but this was kind of teased over the last few days, and you can see the teases here as we kind of gained a little bit more of a view of it, and then it was officially unveiled fully to us today. It is a Triceratops, and at first I was so confused because Eofauna usually seems to go for more of like the obscure species, things you don't see get figures too often, so when I had heard that they were actually making a Triceratops, I was slightly confused. But you'll notice that this Triceratops doesn't really look too much like most of the Triceratops that you usually see, but this is actually based on a fossil discovery from the Hell Creek Formation that suggests a yet unnamed Triceratops, and this is information that has come straight from Everything Dinosaur. So that is why this Triceratops looks a good bit different from some of the other Triceratops you're probably used to seeing, but again, a really cool looking figure on the part of Eofauna, and I'm super psyched to have a Ceratopsian finally entering their line. I was hoping for maybe a few more figures this year, but unfortunately I think the pandemic kind of put a halt on the progress that a lot of companies were making, but I am still really excited to see at least one figure coming from them, and this one looks really beautiful overall, so definitely something I am excited to get a hold of when it does officially release. And the final thing I have is from Mattel. It's nothing major, but I do want to give a shout out to my good friend Dino Alpha on Instagram, who pointed this out that I actually kind of forgot about this and didn't cover it in any news videos, and that is the fact that the Battle Damage line has recently made its way to Five Below. So if you happen to have any Five Below stores near you, the Battle Damage figures have been actually showing up there for the $5 price range, including the battle damaged Plesiosaurus, which recently was a very elusive figure, pretty hard to find. So if this is a figure that you are still in need of, make sure you check out your local Five Below, as you could potentially find one there, or at least some other really cool Mattel Jurassic World battle damage figures. Again, Five Below, selling some $5 battle damage figures is pretty darn awesome. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.